Välkommen till Malmo.
This is the Full Ahead podcast at the Ferry Shipping Summit 2025.
With Alistair Eagles and Nigel Thompson.
Now, Alistair, here's a fun fact. Did you know that the average age of a ferry passenger is over 50? Well, that was just one of many stats that came from the Ferry Shipping Summit in Malmo. There's concern that people, particularly younger people, are heading to airports across Europe instead of the seaports.
Interesting conversation. Will people even travel with their cars in the future? Will they just get a ferry, foot passenger, or fly and pick up a hire car, lease car? You know, very interesting times for the industry. And how do we get those passengers back on ferries at a younger age? But there's also an issue in terms of age with recruitment. Shipping is struggling to find the next generation of staff, not only on the ships, but also in the kind of vital land-based roles as well in the offices. But it was great to see at the summit a number of young people. And after the very first episode of the Full Ahead podcast, we'd heard from Harvey Finney, of course, who began his career as a cadet.
You meet some amazing people, you go to some amazing places, and the perks of the job, they're second to none. It's fantastic, and not least, it's debt-free training as well.
And of course, we need to congratulate Harvey on recently gaining his master's ticket. He's now a fully fledged captain, and what an amazing journey that has been. His enthusiasm is of course obvious, and speaking to some of these young people in Malmo, it was also amazing to see how they're kind of following in his wake, and that enthusiasm is there too with these young people.
Välkommen till Malmo.
Welcome to Malmo. This is Full Ahead.
Well, attending the summit was Mohamed Kamara, originally from Sierra Leone. He's just graduated from the World Maritime University in Malmo. He told me how he was hoping to secure an internship or graduate apprenticeship from one of those organisations taking part in the summit, and began by explaining why he'd chosen to study in Sweden.
Yeah, it has a very large worldwide reputation within the shipping industry, and the majority of professionals who have studied, gone up to even a master's level in several other areas within shipping, would still want to come back to the university to study. Now, one of the main reasons is that the university serves as a research center, a hub, as well as a place of collaboration for all the different maritime professionals around the world. So this is a point not just to study, but as well a place to interact and meet with other professionals. Safety is the area that I'm looking into at the moment, as well as issues related to the environmental aspect of the shipping industry. I mean, at this modern day age, and with the new policies that came in within the MARPOL convention, we're looking strongly into issues related to environmental, because it is becoming a big thing, and we have to find a way and find solutions to solve these problems. So, and the shipping industry plays a major role in this aspect. So, yeah.
When you were studying, did you do a dissertation or some kind of study that you're hoping maybe to work on in the future somewhere, perhaps for an employer?
Yeah. My dissertation apparently is quite related to the conference that we're in right now. I wrote my dissertation in terms of safety of domestic ferries. And one of the key aspects within my thesis had to do with the environmental aspect, as well as the safety of these vessels, like how they maneuver from one port to the other, the effects that they cause based on, it's quite more technical when I say like ballast water management systems, and how that is being looked after, and the effect of their propellers and shafts. So this was apparently what my thesis was about.
As you say, very timely and a very perfect place to be, isn't it? You've got the CEOs of ferry companies all around us. This is great. So can I ask you mentioned from Sierra Leone, I mean, what was it like to transfer across to come and study in Sweden? How have you found it?
In the beginning, it was quite challenging in a way. One, you have to deal with the difference in the weather condition, you have to deal with the food, you have to try to see how, you're in a university as well that speaks to diversity and cultural difference, and you have like 150 different countries studying in that university, so that's something that you have to find a way to balance as well, and you have to deal with the books. So it was a quite challenging but as well an interesting process to go through. Yeah. The dream at the moment is to find a space, whether it's in Africa or in Europe, where I could practice shipping, and train more and get to be more better at my field. In the long term, see ways how I could give back within the industry. So that's the goal for me.
Now, Alistair, I must tell him, at the end of the day one, he said he'd had a great day. He'd met quite a few people and maybe, fingers crossed, 1 or 2 offers as well. So good luck to him.
That's great to see. And also there, from DFDS, DFDS is one of those companies that does really promote graduate trainee schemes. And we were lucky enough to speak to 2 of those trainees, Andrea, who's currently working in the organisation's transformation department, and Pavlina, currently working in fleet management.
And we heard yesterday about maybe the ageing problem with the managers in the ferry industry. We seem to be mainly male, mainly pale, and maybe a little bit stale. You're 2 young ladies starting your careers in the shipping industry, working for DFDS, and this is a kind of graduate training scheme that's been there for a little while in DFDS, and it's how they maybe bring their new talent through. What attracted you to be a graduate trainee with DFDS?
Yeah, I think from my opinion it was a very nice program to start my career because it gives me the opportunity to see the business in general and see different aspects of the business and not being stuck from the beginning of my career in a specific role. So I think it gives me the nice opportunity to see as much as I can from around.
So you kind of move around different departments, looking at different projects. And how long is the program? Is it a year-long program or a 2-year program?
Yes, that's true. Again, I can move around. I will move around from 3 different departments. It's in total 2 years, so I will be for 8 months in every rotation. And also one of them will be outside of our headquarters, so outside in the business. So I think it will be both challenging and very interesting to see how things work in the business.
So which area of the business are you in at the moment, and what kind of things are you doing?
So right now, as I said, I'm in the fleet management department. So what we're doing now is managing all of the vessels that the company owns and do the scheduling and also the chartering. So both operational and commercial part of the business.
And Andrea, for yourself, why did you choose to do this scheme, and what part of the business are you working in at the moment?
Well, I chose this graduate program or applied for this graduate program because it allowed me to view, as Paulina said, different aspects of the business, both in headquarters and on the more operational side out in the business. So I thought it would be a very interesting way to view the different aspects of such a big company. And I also feel like they promoted these great learning opportunities around, and as well as studying at Danish Shipping Academy besides the full-time job. So I think it's a great opportunity to kind of get an overview over the business, and then for the future have more knowledge on what do I find interesting and where do I want to go.
It's interesting. So you get a qualification as well as experience. Is that how it works?
Yeah. So it's like this 2-year schooling where you a few times a year go out and are learning with other shipping trainees from other companies. So also get a good network in the industry as well.
And it's great to see here because I did a small speech yesterday, and I kind of maybe criticised some other ferry companies for not bringing some of their younger talent. So, well done to DFDS for bringing you guys along. But you sound like you both wanted to be in the shipping industry. You chose this industry. And maybe your younger friends, I don't know, the people you grew up with at school, they've not chosen the shipping industry. They've gone into proper jobs. Why did you choose the shipping industry?
I think, for my opinion, I don't have anyone in my family, as a lot of people maybe do, and they continue the tradition. But for me, it was a very interesting industry to be part of, because you understand that everything around you works because this industry actually operates. So it's what moves the world around, and it made this is very, very interesting for me to be part of this huge thing and be actually do something inside this industry. Yeah.
Well, I think I have a bit of a familiar background with the industry, but not in ferry specifically. And then I had a student job previously at a shipping company, so I feel like that was when I really caught the interest of if I want to stay in this industry. And I feel like there's a lot of change at the moment, and I want to be a part of that.
It's great to see, and as we talk about ferry passengers maybe getting older and older, and how to encourage young people onto ferries, or maybe the challenges of a flat freight market, it's great to see younger people getting involved. It's great to see fresh faces and maybe some new ideas. So thank you so much for spending the time talking to us. Maybe we'll see you next year in Athens and see how the jobs are going. But have you any kind of suggestions for other young people who maybe are thinking about a career in shipping? Any ideas for them?
Well, I'd say to keep an open mind and look out for maybe there's some different stereotypes on how shipping is and who are in the shipping industry, but be a part of the change and bring some innovation and into the industry. Yeah.
Yes, I completely agree with Andrea. As more young people are coming to this industry, maybe change will happen with the stereotypical faces that you may mentioned before. So, and as many young people are participating in this event, also it changes maybe the people around in this industry. So I think it's nice for everyone to be part of it.
Well, it's great to talk to the new blood, the new revolution. So thank you very much for your time. It's been brilliant.
Thank you.
Sjöfolk och deras berättelser. Maritime people and their stories.
And it's not just shipping companies who are keen to recruit new talent. Surikat, Swedish for meerkat, we found out, are an IT company who produce systems to help ports, among other things, manage the traffic that passes through. One of their current projects is locally to us in the port of Heysham in Lancashire, where I used to work and where we met in earlier editions of the podcast. We met Ebba from the company, who told more us about the technology and her career so far in the maritime industry.
We've heard a lot about digitalisation of ports, and your company specialises in that, in making the flow through the terminal as easy as possible for particularly freight customers, also passengers, and that's what your company specialises in.
Yes, that's correct. So we do a software as a service where we mostly focus on the gate terminal operations and the terminal operation systems. We do both with the ferry operators, but also the ports operators.
And we've seen lots of different companies doing similar things to you. It seems to be the in thing at the moment, to digitalise, to streamline terminal operations. And one of the things that really stood out for me, for you guys, is you're already in 30 different terminals. This isn't a new product for you. This is an established product that you've sold to many different terminals. It's obviously working, and we saw examples in Belfast with Stena Line, who have done a successful integration of a smart gate recently. But also as a local link for us, Nigel, because this Swedish company from Gothenburg, we heard about Peel Ports investing £10 million in Heysham recently, and part of that investment, hopefully not the whole 10 million, is in one of your fantastic systems to streamline the processes in Heysham. So that's something you've been looking at recently.
Yes, we started in 1996, so we've been in the market for a while now, and since it's a software, we always develop it during out the time. So whenever we see a new need or a new rule or something that has come into the industry, we can always adapt to that, which make it a bit more efficient. And so we did a pilot at the Heysham where we did for over a year, which turned out great. And we will keep on working with the Stena Line. We're really happy to have the cooperation with them, and we're looking forward to what's next.
You seem to be the chosen partner of Stena Line now for the terminal operations. They're rolling out your systems in more and more of their terminals, I understand.
Yeah, exactly. So they were one of our first customers, and we have been developing with them, and we're really happy with the collaboration we have today.
Very good. I should just say the shipping industry, the ferry industry, seems to be dominated by lots of people like me, kind of oldish men with grey hair, and you're not that. You're at the start of your career, you're female, you're young. What's it like working in an industry like this? Do you feel that kind of male dominance, or is it not something you should worry about?
Of course I feel the male dominance. When we have been sitting here listening to the panels, we have had 100% males in the panels, so of course there's always for us women that we need to take up more space, and we need to show that we also know about the tech and the maritime industry. So I think it's just something you have to jump into and just do.
I've got a question for you. I mean, just somebody we were talking the other day about how you went into the industry. I think this is your first job since education. What was the appeal then? Why did you choose to come into this industry rather than, the variety of other jobs that you could have had in Sweden and elsewhere as well? Because you're part of the EU, you could travel.
Yeah.
Why this one?
So a part of why I started, I wanted to take on a challenge, first of all. I wanted to try something I'm not really used to and learn a new business and industry. So first of all, it's the technical part where Surikat, it's a technical company, and then also the industry. My father has been in the industry, so I have some insights, and I've always seemed to find it very friendly and welcoming, and that's correctly. Since I started, everyone has welcomed me very nicely.
And your degree, your education was in marketing then, or is that what you studied in?
Yeah, so I studied digital marketing, so that's my main role here at Surikat, but I also do some help for the sales department as well. Yeah.
Talking of marketing, I love your logo. It's a meerkat. Have you seen it?
So actually, a fun thing that Surikat is meerkat in Swedish. So that's how the agile work we do, and that it started with that every meerkat has its own responsibility, and when you work with your own responsibility, it turns out to be a great team with meerkats. So that's where it comes from.
I just like the idea of all these lorry drivers, but actually like meerkats when I work out where they're going in the port of Belfast or wherever.
Yeah.
But no, it's brilliant. And what's your future hold, and what's your kind of career plan? Have you got one yet?
So right now I'm planning to develop inside Surikat, and we're expanding as a company as well. So hopefully we will see some more challenges that I can take on, and also you will see a more present side of Surikat.
Very good. And maybe your marketing background, we heard about how passengers on ferries, the age is getting older and older, and we need to encourage young people onto ferries to travel again, and maybe in the future your marketing skills can be used to kind of help with that. Who knows what will happen? But,
Yeah, I agree with you, and I know one of our customers go Nordic Cruise Line, and they have been trying to get younger people to go with their ferries, and maybe we will have some collaboration with them in the future as well to try to show that the younger people should also take the ferry, and yeah.
Thank you very much for talking to us. It's been a pleasure, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, you too.
Now, thanks to Ebba, to Andrea, Pavlina and Mohammed for sharing their stories with us at the Ferry Shipping Summit in Malmo. Inspiring stuff, and we wish them all the very best.
Yeah, and if you're interested in a career in this industry, then there are some useful links out there. We'll add them to the show notes, and be sure to subscribe to hear more stories about ships and shipping from the Full Ahead podcast.
This is Full Ahead podcast at the Ferry Shipping Summit 2025. Tack för att du lyssnade.